Hi, I'm Daniel. In this video, we're going to take a look at what makes the meal planner in Cooklist so unique and walk through the process of putting together a meal plan. So there's two ways to start a new meal plan in Cooklist. You can either start with a template plan by down here at the bottom, or a complete meal plan, or you can start building your own meal plan completely from scratch. Let's take a look at the template plans really quick, and these are meal plans that are kind of a way to get started. You can think of it as a handful of recipes that kind of follow a certain theme. There's different filters you can apply depending on the number of people you have and which diets you would like to follow, with healthy kind of being like no diet, just a general healthy meal plan. And as you can see with either keto or healthy diets, we've got a few dozen meal plan options already pre-made for us that we can choose from. When you tap on a meal plan and go into it, it's going to show you some notes up at the top that kind of gives you a little info or inspiration for what makes this plan unique or how it's going to work. And then as you scroll through, each section is separated by either breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And just to give you, for each of these recipes, it's going to show you the price per serving along with the total number of servings. And then on the right, these colored circles is a macronutrient circle. So blue is protein, green is carbs, yellow is fat, and then you have the calories there underneath. So if we wanted to get started with this plan, you simply just push that button at the bottom to select the plan. And then what's going to happen is Cooklist is going to take all of the ingredients that you need for all of the recipes on the plan and display them in this modal. And here you can do a quick review of the ingredients to decide which ones you want to add to your shopping list. So there's 25 ingredients that I'm currently missing, and then if you scroll down, you'll see where Cooklist does its matching to the items in your pantry. So there's also 10 substitutions that are already in my pantry, and if you have a question of, okay, it's calling for shredded cheese and I have some shredded cheese, I want to know more about that, you just tap on the ingredient and then it'll show you the exact product in your pantry. So here we can see that it's the Parmesan, and then we can see the recipe and the recipe ingredient that's calling for that. And so you can kind of just check or uncheck the ones depending on if you want to accept a substitute or not. Here for this yogurt, let's see, the recipe's calling for plain fat yogurt or plain non-fat yogurt, and I'm matching it to vanilla. So I think I want to go with the plain. If I don't want to use the ingredient that's in my pantry, it also looks like it's expired. Remember the red here is expired. Yellow is going to be a warning status like the flour here, and then green means that item is good. So you can go through this whole list, and then down here at the bottom, the ones that are an exact match that's in your pantry are going to be unchecked by default. Hit the button to add those items to the shopping list, and now Cooklist is going to sync the recipes from the template meal plan to a new meal plan that it's making for you that we can now start customizing. And so here, we're still on the plan tab, but I now have all of those items from that template plan are now on my plan for this week. And two, just to get kind of acquainted with how the plan section works, for each of these sections, you can hit the toggle arrow at the top to expand down the list of items to see the full details, or you can tap on one of the items in the collapse section and it'll bring up this modal with more details there as well. So one of the things is, and this is now we're kind of at where you're at when you start a custom plan, is how do I add more items to my plan? So the best way to do it is the green plus button in the corner here. And then you can select a category of the type of item you want to add. So I want to add another dinner to this plan. What's great about Cooklist is if you connect your grocery store accounts that you shop at, it's going to bring in your past purchases. And so if I want to add, pizza for dinner on Friday night, this is the one that I usually buy, and you can simply add it to the plan here. You can scrolling down a little bit, the section under your purchases is always going to be your recipes. So anytime you favorite a recipe, import it, or create one, it's going to show up here. And these are automatically separated by category for you. So this is going to be showing my dinner recipes. Same thing, when you hit the plus button in the corner, This is similar to that modal that came up when we were syncing the entire template plan, and it's going to show you the ingredients that you're missing, your substitutes that Cooklist is suggesting, and then the items that the recipe needs that are already in your pantry. You can add, confirm that you want to add all of those to your plan, and then, once you go to done, you'll see that those new, the pizza's here and the other recipe I added is here as well. So you can really kind of go through this whole process, which makes building your meal plan really easy because the things that you typically buy are going to already be there. And then what's also nice is if you keep scrolling a little bit further, you'll start to come across other sections of just kind of inspiration for items that you may be interested in buying. And so think of this as similar to walking up and down the aisles at the grocery store. You can swipe horizontally on most of the categories and then keep scrolling vertically to get to new categories and build your plan. Really think about this is how you're doing your shopping. But what's great is, so there's all these items on the plan. Let's say there's something specific I want to add, like hummus. So I hit the search bar up there at the top, and then you can search. By default, it's going to search recipes. So if I wanted to make a hummus recipe from scratch, Cooklist is going to show me all of the options I can do that. And you'll see we also have the filters that are available on the Cook tab up here at the top, and then also here in the corner. So you can narrow down the results. So here we've got different hummus recipes, and I could make hummus from scratch. Or there's this tab at the top called products. And so what this also lets you do is search the grocery store. Here we can see that we're searching the Target, which this is my local Target, searching a specific store. And then these results that it's showing are the real pricing and availability of products available at the store. So when you add one of these to your plan, you can be confident that you're actually going to be able to buy that product when you go to do your checkout and your shopping. If I wanted to switch and say shop at Kroger or Walmart, simply just select a different store and it's automatically going to change out those results for you and show you what's available there. And make sure to check out the shop video because everything we're doing here in the plan is automatically syncing over here to the shopping list and the shopping carts at all of your available retailers. Jumping back into the plan, up here at the top, you can tap anywhere in this top section or go to the three dots and hit Edit Plan Details. If you want to change the title, the number of people, really you can customize it any way you would like. Also, if you want to remove an item, so say this tuna salad actually doesn't sound that good, just push the delete button here in the corner, and that's going to remove that item from your plan. Scrolling down a little bit more, we have the nutrition summary. And so this is a pro feature, so you won't see it by default if you're on the free version of the account. But what Cooklist is doing here is taking all of the nutrient information for every recipe and product that's on the plan. So you can see we have the macronutrient circle for this product, which is hummus, the same as we do for recipes. And what it does is it totals all of that up to give you a breakdown of what your average daily nutrition is going to be. So here, if we're planning for 2 people for 5 days, this is pretty close. We're at 1,900 calories. It depends on what your personal goals are for how much you need. But these values here on the left are going to show you the total amount in grams. And then up here in the top colored circle filters kind of gives you the ratio or breakdown if you're trying to follow 30% fat, 30% protein, 40% carbs, whatever your breakdown is. You can see what the items you've added to your plan are right here. And then here we're tapping to expand to see the breakdown of what's going into the carbs, what's going into the fat. Cooklist goes into super detailed macro and micronutrients. And you can basically see everything that you're going to be putting into your body and how that's going to add up. So once we have all these items on the plan, we've covered adding items, searching for items, editing the details, and now it's like, okay, how do we actually follow the plan? And so we'll cover how the shopping list and everything works in the shop video, which is next. But assuming that you buy all of these ingredients, what you're then going to do each week while you're following the plan is when it's coming up to dinner time, simply tap on one of the recipes you want to cook for dinner, then click View Details here. Then we're going to go into the directions, follow the directions to cook that recipe, say that you cooked it, then you get to update your pantry with all the ingredients that you used, and then Cooklist is automatically going to see that you cooked that recipe, and so it moves that item to the end of your plan and kind of grays it out a little bit. And so now this recipe is basically in a cooked status on your plan. I think that's everything in regards to planning that we needed to cover here. Oh, the one other thing with the nutrition, so say instead of planning for 5 days here, we change it to 7, then we go back. Cooklist is going to, now you can see it just recalculated the nutrition, so now instead of 2 people for 5 days, it's doing 2 people for 7 days. This, honestly guys, is the most powerful meal planning experience that is out there, combining recipes and grocery store products, full integration with nutrition, and there's more coming too. We have some really cool updates that are coming to the plan to allow you to have a next plan going while you're following your current plan, as well as viewing your previous plans, and then even sharing and discovering other users' template plans. So let us know if you have any ideas for how to make the next version of the plans better, or if you have any questions in the comments. And thanks for watching. Check out the next video to see how the shop tab works now that we have our whole meal plan put together.